Father's Day. It is now 9:41 p.m. and I got to spend some time with my mother today, and I'm very grateful for that fact. And I also got to do some good artwork today. The reason why I say it's good artwork is because I've been developing my story further. I've been getting further in the concept of how I'm going to end it, and it's just so deep and so involved. And I think it's very fitting that I was able to create something that was, like, I guess, heavier on a day like today, like Father's Day, because the character who I'm writing right now is awakening an ancestor, So it was very cool that I was able to like hone in on that element on a day like today. And one thing I'd like to share about something that I heard today that was really nice was, when you're a father, you care about achievement, especially for your own children. But something that my preacher said today that I feel like is worth retaining is instead of thinking about achievement, think about what you're depositing. Sure, making sure that whoever else is gonna become more autonomous, right? Because that's what we want for our kids, to achieve autonomy, meaning doing things on their own. But you also want to deposit things for them to hold on to that has residual value to them. And that could be anything, like asking them how their day went. It's a way of doing your part to be the foundation, because that's really what the father's meant for, to provide the foundation for the family. That's all what any family could ask for, to have a good father to provide the foundation that they need. And there are certain things it takes in order for you to be able to provide the foundation for others. And that means you have to be willing. You need the will. And when you gain the will, you gain the experience. And then from the experience, you gain confidence. So immediately, we want to feel confident, especially for being a parent. You want to feel confident like that. You want it there, right then and there. But it takes the will, it takes the experience, and then you'll gain the experience you need to become confident. You grow into your skin, because as soon as you begin something, you have to go through the beginning. And usually it's like growing pains. Like any new endeavor has growing pains to it. But it's good growing pains. Somebody once said, the closer you get to God, the more dangerous things get. Or the more, yeah, it's like that. Somebody said that one time. I think it was Jordan Peterson. He was like, the closer you get to God, the more dangerous and more meaningful and heavy things get. And that makes sense, because just like any other story, you have to go through the depths in order to achieve something greater than yourself. And that's part of the willingness and the experience. It's the willingness to go through the depths to achieve something that you hadn't done before. That's the ultimate hero's journey. That's the hero's journey archetype, right? And that has everything to do with inner alchemy as well, right? Because it's all about mastering your mind. It's about how you can add things to yourself, and you can also be self-destructive. And I don't know. I just hope the best for everybody. I guess that's all I'm trying to say. I'm in such a weird state of mind, I guess, because I just had a very nice day with my mother, so I'm not like going out of my way to make myself feel any more or less stimulated about anything right now. I'm just kind of just going with the flow of the day, going with the flow of the night. I'm feeling lots of gratitude, and usually when you're feeling lots of gratitude, then it's kind of like when you make a song, there's a lot more movement and meaning into songs if you're experiencing more, if you're going through more emotion. And I typically write songs better when I'm going through pain or having to make a realization, really want to tell something to somebody, but I can't say it to their face. So it tends to come out in a musical way, in lyrics. So it's like if you wish everyone could know one particular thing, then typically you'd probably want to write a song about that. So if I wrote a song right now about how I'd feel, how I'm feeling, it would be something like, thank you. you know, thank you, right? That's what that song would be like. Hello. Greetings. I hope you're having a blessed night. That's something important. There's something important I really want to talk to you about. Oh, what is it? I'm here, man. I'm ready to talk about anything, really. mm-hmm. So come on, Superman, say a stupid line. Love that song. I was playing it earlier. Less I know, the better. There's something important I really want to talk about. Talk to you about. I had an accident since last year, December, and things have been really difficult for me and my family. Wow, that's pretty heavy, and it's okay. We have our ups and downs, and it's okay to. There's a time for everything, man, and when you're going through the depths, I'm reminded of there's an amazing story called The Hymn of the Pearl. And the Hymn of the Pearl is about how there's a prince who grows up with the king and the queen in their palace. The king makes an amazing robe for his son and gives it to him and says, this robe is fitted to you perfectly. It's made of beautiful material. It's specially fitted for you. And he puts it on and he feels amazing and he feels grateful for that fact. Then something happens in the story where the king's crown loses a pearl. The pearl that's in the center of the crown falls off and it falls deep into the ocean. The father says, well, I'm going to take this jacket off of you and I'm going to send you on your way and you must find the pearl and return to me. And he goes, okay. So he goes off on his journey, and as he's going on his journey, he goes through different experiences. There's a point where he starts living in an inn. He starts living in a tavern, and he gets involved with the culture, and he loses himself, and he starts drinking too much, and he starts going through troubles, and eventually he has a realization where he remembers. It's the remembering that saves him. I have 3 kids and life is not fearless. Oh. Well, the best thing you can do for yourself when you're going through something that's very troubling is to remember. Remember what? It's nostalgia. Reside in a spirit of nostalgia and remember. Just try to remember things. And once you remember that, act upon that memory. Reimburse it. Bring it into existence. I can send you my pictures, or you can do a video call with me so I can confirm. I'm not sure how to join the calls. I have to learn how to do that. I said that in a previous stream, so I really do have to learn how to make it so I can join live streams, or learn how to make it work. I can even do screenshots with my AI, because There's no shame in learning how to do something with technology by asking AI to help you. I'll never ask AI to help me with technology. Then you're, whoa, okay then. Right, so I'll do that. So how can you help me, please? Ah, well, I can try to help you the best way I can by giving you the best type of advice I can give you. Uh, I'm only one man here on the live stream, brother, and I wish I could help you more. Um, I'm a simple man. I wish I could be healing you. um, One thing to pay attention to when you're going through a hard time is having a sight where it's like when I was going through a tough time in my life, I lost hope. I lost hope, and hope seemed impossible to find. But hope is something that you can begin to focus on. Like, I never ever decided to focus on hope at any point in my life. I kind of just took things as they went, and it was like, oh, whatever it is, I just feel whatever I feel. But you have to also begin to consider when things are good. But nothing's good right now because I feel horrible and I'm going through some tough time. Well, all thing you can do is give it time. And when you become older, like me, I'm 34. I've gotten to anything to feed on, please, because of kids, please, because I can't provide for them because they are still pretty young. Well, the best advice I can, 3, 5, and 8. Wow, well, congratulations, man. That sounds like a really awesome family. So, the best advice I can give you for helping your family is, the thing I do is I shop very cheaply. I make sure that whatever I eat is within my budget as well. I've been jobless for a long time, and I finally got an interview, and I got accepted just recently. Very grateful for that fact. I'm returning to DSP, which is to drive for Amazon, because I decided to be an RBT for a while and help kids. I can't work or do anything. Well, I mean, the best thing I can do for you is let you know that as long as you can remember what you're clear about. This is a very important thing about getting through tough times, especially by retaining hope and gaining hope, is that you have to realize what you're clear about. There's a lot of things that you're unclear about when you're going through lots of troubles. But if there's something that's unclear to you, take the time to remember what you are clear about. And there are characters like, in fiction and animation and shows like that seem to just be very clear about what they enjoy, about what makes them happy. It's like they can instantly find that and just attach to it and then get the emotion and live it. They're like, wow. And it's because they're clear about it. They're clear about what they believe in, what they love. Please help me with anything, bro. Please, I beg you. Well, it's that's a very, you must think, that I try to be as merciful as I can be. I sincerely need it. Well, the most I can be for you, brother, is here and now. And I'll be here every night. I do live streams every night. And I'm... And so I guess what I can say to you is I hope and pray that you will obtain mercy. And this mercy will come in the form of hope. And your hope will clarify a beautiful future. Clarify the beautiful future. It's the path. Because when we're upset, the path doesn't seem so clear. But remember what you are clear about. Can you help me with a gift card? Oh, no, man. don't, no. I'm sorry, dude. I've been scammed before by people who tried to make me buy a credit card and I actually did fall for it. I was a fool. I wasn't, I was completely taken advantage of. And it was not a good experience for me. They had me go into Walmart and buy the card, and everyone thought I was an idiot, and I felt like an idiot. I'm not scamming you. I'll tell you that the best way you can find help is by asking Google or the AI. Say, well, I'm currently in this scenario, and I can even do that for you, but in the name of God, yes. And I'll say to you that I am also a man of God, and I am also asking God for mercy, and I'm also asking God for strength. That's something we should never be ashamed of, by the way. If you feel like you're lacking strength, and you feel like you're lacking faith in God, ask God for the strength. Ask God for the faith. Because He created everything. You can gain. And there's no shame in that. Because we are only human beings. You know, and you can ask God for help. And when I realized that I could ask God for strength and for help, it changed my life. It changed my faith. It changed what I believed in. You know? Because it's about faith. You know, you have to, and I was really trying to decipher what it all means. You know, what does having faith mean, right? I could never really do it. I am really dying because nobody seems to want to help me. Please, if I can't help me, help my kids to feed. Oh man. I'm only a guy here on YouTube, and you're making me want to start a way for helping people, but I won't have enough money on my own in order to start something besides saying and asking other people who are willing to give, to say, or who can afford to give, to say, hey man, like, you know, that is something that's worth starting. Asking multiple people or letting people know about your situation any way you can. God bless you. I hope you live long and prosper. That's right. Thank you, brother. Same to you. Same to you. I hope God gives you amazing amounts of mercy and hope and faith and strength. I'm really in need. I hear you, brother. And I hope you do find it. Stay clear. Stay hopeful. And continually have faith that God can be the one to fuel your soul. Hi. Yo, what up? What's up, yo? Well, well, it's been a pleasure, guys. I'm glad I got to talk with you on this nice day. I'm dying since December. How are you? I'm doing okay. I hope everybody's doing all right. But I am also hearing that you're saying that you are dying. That is very intense, brother. But like what I said, stay clear. Find and remember. Remembering is so important. Strengthening and clarifying things. That's the best way to regain hope and regain a sense of foundation. Because you know, like anybody who's going through having to raise a family, is that you have to be the one to provide the foundation. But don't make it so that it becomes a make or break it thing, because as soon as you tighten too hard, you'll break. It goes the same for anything like a dead tree. It tightens up, becomes rigid. The weight goes on it, and if you're too rigid, you hurt yourself. You know? And so you have to be flexible. You have to allow yourself to be flexible, be loosey-goosey. And don't stand in the midst of the wave and smack the waves. Go up with the wave. Go wee! Go with the flow, you know? Let the wave pass. See the waves on the horizon even. And let them come. And when you see those waves go down, activate the witness within and say, I am calm. This is a time where there's nothing to worry about. Thank you, Lord. And as soon as you are feeling that gratefulness, you'll start wanting better for other people. That's the most beautiful thing. When you get to a level of gratitude where you start feeling very grateful for things, then the Jesus starts popping up in you. Like you want to say and do other things for people when you get the chance. Like you'll actually think to yourself when you're walking down the road or like driving somewhere, it's like, man, I wonder how I can do something nice for other people. Like there's got to be something I can do some way to improve some kind of meaning in my life. I'm sorry, dude. I laugh because when we become overwhelmed and not know how to do something in the face of in the face of something that's absolutely true, we tend to try to find a way to cope with something, and I want to cope with you, brother. Okay? I don't want you to be suffering. Ronald or Messi? Ronaldo or Messi? Have been begging since I had my accident. Well, the best thing you can do, if you're in a state of begging, it's hard to find the clarity. But I sincerely hope you can find the strength, my friend. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. God bless you. Find the strength within. Remember and act. Peace out.